Good evening and welcome to Dragon Age Keep, which is BioWare's little web app thing that allows you to take all of your data from Origins and Dragon Age 2 and essentially build the Dragon Age world that you will be using for the third game, Inquisition, and presumably all later games in the series as well. Despite it saying here that the Keep does not import your saved games, I don't think they really understand the meaning of the word import because it pretty much does. I played around with this a little bit yesterday, but my internet crashed twice during the recording there, and I had some other minor issues as well. So now that I have a little bit better understanding of the software, and fingers crossed the internet is okay, we're going to do this again, and it should be a lot of fun. All right, so we're going to start by hitting Review Your Records. And there should be music and audio a little later on in this, so hopefully it works, because at first that wasn't working either. All right, so they're syncing your account. Now, unfortunately, apparently once it finds characters on your computer and adds it to your account, there's no way to remove them and like restart it. They're there forever. Even if you actually can make it rescan as it's doing now, but it won't change the characters that it has there. I even took the all my save files except one, moved them to an external hard drive so it couldn't possibly find them when it rescanned, and it didn't redo the characters it presents to you to choose from. So the reason I wanted to do that is because for the first game, it gives me two different Aravail files. And I have like 5 or 6 Aravail files. 2 or 3 of those are characters I started, played for like 10 minutes, and then realized something was wrong with just the way the character looked in actual lighting or something, and went back and redid it. 2 of those are playthroughs I've actually played all the way through. One was my first playthrough of Origins ever, and one was the playthrough you guys saw in my Let's Play. So I wanted to import the one from the Let's Play, and I assumed then that those two, and you can see what I'm talking about right now, choose a hero, 13 custom heroes. Aha! So now, somehow, it found it. Well, anyway, what I did yesterday was I chose, of the two, one of them had the picture, as you can see, like that, which is my original Aravail character with the face tattoo. And another one had a symbol like that, which I assumed meant, I didn't know what that meant, but I assumed it had to be the other completed file, because otherwise why would it have imported 2 files and not a bunch? I'm also really perplexed as to why yesterday there were only 2 and now there's like 10, even though none of those files are on my computer except my external hard drive. Did it just like scan my entire computer, including the external? I don't know. Either way, one of these has got to be the real file. See, I don't know if this is... Because what I did yesterday, because there was no image, you can actually upload an image, so I did upload this image. But I'm thinking maybe because it rescanned it, it did... Yeah, maybe it did just go ahead and use... Maybe this is the actual file. Either way, we're going to go with approve this here just to get going. And thankfully, Dragon Age 2 imported successfully. So the idea here is basically it uses these playthroughs to fill out all the decisions that we'll be seeing. And that was my warrior, or my mage, my first character I played years ago when the game came out. My warrior, my second playthrough where I sided with the Templars. And of course, the one you saw in my Let's Play, my rogue Brelin, who will be importing for this, for the Dragon Age Keep. So the thing does make you choose a hero for Inquisition, which was really weird and actually scared me because I'm trying to avoid spoilers here. I want to go in as blind and fresh as I can possibly be. But I think it just chooses a hero as a default, like as a placeholder, and then once you play Inquisition, it'll update this world naturally as you go. That's my current understanding. I could be totally wrong. So of the default placeholders, I decided to go with this one because I want to make a mage tune since I tend to play mages in my first playthrough of every game. And I figure I'll make it a female mage since I did a male mage in my very first, my Origins playthrough that I did in my Let's Play. So just be different. I don't know if I want to make an elf or a human female mage because... I mean, I'd like to do an elf just so I'm not doing a human in every single Let's Play, but the elves in Dragon Age kind of look weird. And then dwarves don't have mages. I could do a Quinari, I guess, which is a choice now. They're way over here. And that's cool they let you play a Quinari. But that'd be interesting doing a Cerberus, I guess. In fact, if I really like Inquisition, I might even do a second playthrough as a Quinari just for fun, as a warrior or something. But I don't think I really want to play here we go. Why is his name Karas? It should be Saraba. Whatever. The Quinari don't actually have names. I guess this one does. Maybe it's a Talbashoth Quinari. Okay, anyway. Just as a placeholder, I don't think it really matters anyway. We are going to go with a stupid outfit, but we're going to go with her. Mrs. Librarian Magic Elf. And it's going to update that, and it gives me rewards, which I really don't care about at all because it might just be achievements, which I don't care about, or it might be like in-game rewards, which I wouldn't mind missing because I kind of like playing a game in vanilla mode for the first time through. I will be playing DLC when I play it though, because there's DLC, so I'm not going to just like skip it. But yeah, I don't care if I miss any of the little bonus items and power-ups they give you. Okay, so what we're going to do is hit watch the story, and assuming the sound is working, you'll see a really cool narration from Varric that will go through the story from Origins and from Dragon Age 2. And if there's any mistakes in the story, I will click the little drop-down menu and make sure it's updated correctly. So, here we go.
If you believe the stories, mankind's pride gave rise to the Darkspawn. Countless in number and toxic to all life, Darkspawn search endlessly for an archdemon. When they find one, Darkspawn armies surge up from their corrupt barrows beneath the ground, and a blight begins. Grey Wardens are the only warriors capable of destroying an archdemon, and history always honors the one who sacrifices all to kill the beast. In the fifth blight, the Warden was the hero of Ferelden, a mage living in the Circle Tower at Lake Calenhad. Drawn into an escape plot by another mage, the hero became snared in the Circle's dangerous politics. Duncan, a Grey Warden, helped the mage escape to a new life as a warden. The allied Ferelden and Grey Warden forces met in Ostagar, where King Kaelin's armies and a host of wardens gathered, ready to destroy the Darkspawn. But valor turned to despair as Loghain betrayed his king. Kaelin's forces were slaughtered, and the South was lost. The hero, now a full-fledged Grey Warden, survived with the aid of Flemeth, the mysterious witch of the wilds. Joined by Flemeth's daughter, Morrigan, and a Grey Warden named Alistair, the hero set out to build an army strong enough to abolish the Blight. With the traitorous Loghain now seated on Ferelden's throne, the Warden sought help from the influential Arl Eamon of Redcliffe. However, they arrived in Redcliffe to find the town under siege. As each night, undead rose in waves and assailed the battered village. With the hero's help, the people of Redcliffe stood fast against the undead horde. The Wardens reached Arl Eamon's castle only to find the Arl lying at the edge of death, and his court fallen into madness. To save his father's life, Eamon's young son, Connor, had made a deal with a demon, and quickly fallen victim to its possession. The hero intervened, freeing Connor from possession and breaking the demon's hold over Redcliffe. But deals with demons are never straightforward. The demon agreed only to save Eamon's life, not restore him to health. Arl Eamon needed a miracle to recover. The hero located an urn containing the sacred ashes of Andraste, which were said to cure any ailment. The urn was protected by ancient traps, tests of will, and a dragon-worshipping cult that wanted to twist the urn's power to its own ends. The urn remained pure, but mysteriously disappeared after the Wardens departed. Only the temple dedicated to it still stands.
So that's interesting.
With a pinch of the ashes, the hero restored the Arl to health. Informed of Loghain's treachery, Eamon swore his political and military support. The circles of Magi are bound by oath to aid the Grey Wardens in times of blight. However, Lake Calenhad's tower could offer little help. One of its mages, Uldred, had become possessed by a pride demon and was twisting other circle mages into abominations. The hero fought to the top of the tower and defeated Uldred, saving the remaining mages. Grateful for their lives, the mages joined the Warden's army. The allies gained at the Circle were not the only soldiers to join the Warden's forces, however. Dalish elves don't usually make alliances, but even deep hatred can be set aside in the face of oblivion. An ancient curse was destroying Ferelden's largest Dalish clans, turning the elves into werewolves. Zathrian, the clan's keeper, claimed that the cure required the heart of the great wolf, Witherfang. Years before, Zathrian himself had afflicted a group of humans with the curse that now ravaged his clan. As long as he lived, the curse endured. The hero freed the werewolves from the long-standing curse, and the Dalish joined the Warden's forces. Blights may happen hundreds of years apart, but the dwarves who live below the surface of Thedas fight Darkspawn every day. No one is better schooled in battling Darkspawn than the warriors of Orzammar, except perhaps their allies of old, the Grey Wardens. The hero arrived in Orzammar in the wake of King Endrin's death to find political factions fighting for control of the dwarven capital. Only the vote of a venerated paragon could break the deadlock to elect a ruler, and order the dwarves to honor their Grey Warden treaty and join the battle against the new Blight. The hero set off to find a paragon named Branka, who had disappeared into the Deep Roads in search of a legendary artifact, the Anvil of the Void, created by the renowned smith Caridin to forge mighty war golems. The hero helped Caridin destroy the Anvil of the Void, along with the dark secrets that could trap a living soul inside a mechanical construct. The hero emerged from the Deep Roads with a master-forged crown to bestow the Paragon's favor upon whichever rival candidate would be crowned king. Balin, the youngest son of King Endrin who was suspected of foul play, or Haramont, the aging traditionalist backed by the Dwarven Assembly. Lord Haramont claimed the crown of Orzammar. His traditionalist values keep dwarves first in all things, and safely as far underground as possible. With Dwarden's strength now bolstering the Warden's army, the hero had to deal with Loghain so Ferelden could stand unified against the Darkspawn before the Blight swallowed the world. The kingdom of Ferelden stood divided. While some nobles supported Loghain's regency, others condemned his inaction against the Darkspawn. Civil war brewed, and Arl Eamon called a landsmeet in hopes of curtailing the conflict and removing Loghain from the throne. As penance, Loghain was sentenced to join the Grey Wardens and fight Darkspawn until the end of his days. As the Warden's united army massed in Redcliffe, the Darkspawn overran Denerim, laying siege to Ferelden's capital city. The hero's army fought valiantly through Denerim and broke the Darkspawn siege. On Fort Dracon's highest tower, the hero's strongest allies fought alongside the Warden in a final heroic battle against the massive archdemon. Loghain found some measure of redemption as he gave his life to kill the archdemon and end the Blight. With no archdemon to lead them, the Darkspawn scattered. Most fled underground, still teeming in number and always seeking a new archdemon to awaken. The shattered kingdom of Ferelden embarked on a long journey to recovery. In the Blight's aftermath, strong leadership was crucial. Alistair, King Caelin's half-brother, and Queen Enora, Caelin's widow and daughter of Loghain, joined in a political union. Together, they ushered Ferelden into a new era. Ferelden still stands, as obstinate and resolute as the Dog Lords ever are, but the events of the Fifth Blight loom over it as the nation rebuilds. For people across Thedas, legends of the hero of Ferelden remain the nation's brightest beacons of hope during its darkest times. It all began in Kirkwall, the fall of Knight Commander Meredith, the Kunari Uprising, and of course, the Chantry's destruction and the onset of Mage Rebellion. One person always stood amidst the swirling chaos: Hawk, the champion of Kirkwall. The Hawk family fled Lothering, refugees from the Blight. Leandra, mother of the champion, and siblings Bethany and Carver, hoped to find refuge at her family's estate in Kirkwall, far to the north. While Hawk had no magical abilities, the champion was at the heart of events that ultimately led to the Mage Rebellion. The Hawks escaped the Blight with the help of Aveline Valen, a warrior and family friend. It's said that the family was also aided by Flemeth, the notorious Witch of the Wilds. Hawk's brother, Carver, never reached the Free Marches. He was killed by Darkspawn while protecting his family. The family's first years in Kirkwall were difficult. Leandra's brother Gamlin had lost the family fortune. The Hawks lived in poverty, forced to indenture themselves in return for entrance to the city. To pay off the debt, Hawk was forced to work for a gang of smugglers. All the while, Hawk and Bethany did their best to hide Bethany's magic from the Templars. Opportunity eventually struck in the form of a dwarf named Bartran Tethras, who was planning an expedition to the Deep Roads. It was a long shot, but with gold gained from the expedition, Hawk could free the family from its criminal creditors and further Templar scrutiny. Hawk met a rogue Grey Warden named Anders, who possessed detailed maps of the Deep Roads. These maps were crucial to the expedition's success. Once Hawk obtained them, everything else fell quickly into place. Afraid to lose another sibling, Hawk insisted that Bethany stay in Kirkwall rather than accompany the expedition. Hawk did find ancient dwarven treasure, but the group also stumbled upon a statuette formed from a strange red lyrium. Upon returning to the surface, Hawk found Templars taking Bethany away. Her magic had been discovered. She joined a mage circle soon after. The gold Hawk recovered from the Deep Roads brought back Leandra's stately childhood home in Hightown. The Hawks had barely settled into their new home when Leandra was murdered. A deeply sinister and twisted killing. Hawk hunted down Quentin, the blood mage responsible, but could not prevent Leandra's death. Leandra's tragic death was part of a critical problem facing Kirkwall. Rising tension between the city's mages, who felt increasingly oppressed, and Templars, who grew increasingly suspicious of their activities. Adding to the strain, a large contingent of Kunari had also established themselves in Kirkwall, much to the growing discomfort of the city's rulers. After their dreadnought was shipwrecked many years before, a group of stranded Kunari were allowed to remain in a cordoned-off area in Lowtown. As time passed, the Kunari made no effort to return home, and offered no explanation about why they remained. Tensions rose to a breaking point. Revered Mother Patrice, convinced the Kunari were a threat to the Chantry's faith, incited violence between the Kunari and the Kirkwall populace. Hawk knew that Patrice would bring about unnecessary conflict. Though the champion tried to stop her, Patrice orchestrated the murder of Seamus Dumar, a Viscount's son and a recent convert to the Qun. When her crime was discovered, a Kunari assassin killed her. After Seamus was murdered, the Arashok of the Kunari group lost patience with the humans of Kirkwall. They would now submit to the Qun or die. The Kunari struck hard and fast. They took the palace in Hightown and beheaded the Viscount to immediately quash any resistance. Aided by Knight Commander Meredith and First Enchanter Orsino, Hawk reached the palace and stood toe-to-toe with the fearsome Kunari leader. Hawk fought the Kunari leader. The fierce battle resulted in the Arashok's death and the liberation of Kirkwall from its brief occupation. The Kunari quickly withdrew from the city entirely. Hawk saved Kirkwall and earned the grudging respect of the city's Templars, mages, and nobility, along with the title that history remembers, the Champion of Kirkwall. Kirkwall's problems were still not over, however. After Viscount Dumar's death, Knight Commander Meredith took power and blocked all attempts to appoint a new Viscount. Under Meredith's command, the Templars tightened their grip on the mages, planning to suppress what Meredith saw as a growing rebellion. Anders, who spent years fighting for justice and freedom for his fellow mages, saw that the time for negotiation was past. He destroyed Kirkwall's chantry, killing hundreds, including Grand Cleric Elthina. This single act began a rebellion that spread from circle to circle, until all circles of Magi had risen up in defiance against Chantry rule. There was no forgiveness for what Anders had done, and he asked for death at Hawk's hands. Hawk fulfilled the troubled mage's final request, and many others died along with Anders that day. Fighting spread swiftly through the city. Some mages rebelled openly, many of them succumbing to possession. Templars turned their swords on mages who rebelled and on those who did not. As First Enchanter Orsino refused to bend to the Templars, Knight Commander Meredith demanded that every mage in Kirkwall be put to the sword. Hawk saved many mages from Templar blades, keeping them from succumbing to possession or the temptations of blood magic. In the end, however, Hawk was forced to strike down Orsino, who had betrayed his own values by resorting to blood magic himself. The battle proved one thing: Knight Commander Meredith had gone mad. Hawk saw the truth of it when Meredith unsheathed her sword, and the red lyrium idol from the deep roads was embedded within it. The blade fueled her hatred and paranoia, as it had for months. After a horrific battle, the red lyrium of the Knight Commander's sword consumed her as she died. Meredith became a statue, her face a frozen mask of horror. Little is known of the champion since that final battle. However, Hawk's story lives on in legend and song. Memories of the indelible changes the champion of Kirkwall brought to the face of Thedas. The Mage Rebellion.
Alright, so I'm actually going to stop it there, because what happens next, I saw this slide and one more last time, which I don't remember much about, fortunately, and it seems to preview, I don't know if it's going through Inquisition or just what happens between the second game and Inquisition. Probably the latter, because I don't think they would want to spoil people who hadn't played the game before, and they would probably make it very, very difficult to accidentally spoil yourself. I would hope, at least. But because I'm being paranoid about spoilers, I'm just not even going to bother watching it anyway, just in case. Because I figure whatever happens between the second game and the third game will be recapped anyway when I start playing the third game, so I don't really have to worry about that. We are going to skip ahead then. How do I get out of here? The X button, that would be it. Alright, so that's watching the story. Now what we can do is go to the tapestry and customize the choices. Thankfully, Origins there was actually correct all the way through. I don't know if that's because it imported correctly this time, or if because I fixed some of the choices last time. I didn't fix all the choices though, so, well, maybe I did. All the ones in the movie at least. So what I'm going to do here is go through, yeah, I know how to use this, I think. Arrange by product, yep. And then you can see all the choices, and then you can see the outcomes. Yep, I got it. I was doing it a little bit yesterday. So we can just call this My World State. There's Aravail from our first Let's Play, and Brelin from our second. And now what I'm going to do is go through real quick and just make sure these choices are the same. If you just wanted to see the general story of what Keep looks like and want to go on and start watching the Inquisition Let's Play, then by all means, please go ahead. Otherwise, this next part might be a little tedious, but I hope you'll join me anyway. I'm basically just going to go through every choice and kind of recap what we did and make sure they're correct. And hopefully I will remember all of them. Some of them I know it was so long ago it was a little bit foggy. Alright, so the hero for Eldon was Aravail. Human mage, yep, that dude. Approve this hero. You are approved, Aravail. And he is alive and well. So you can choose here, for example, if he died killing the Archdemon instead. And that'll probably be referenced somewhere in Inquisition. Alright, back to Origins. Then for Nature of the Beast, I'm just going to go, because it's organized this way, I'm going to go from top to bottom, left to right. At least on that menu I am. So, brokered peace, that's what we did. The werewolves were cured, and the elves helped us against the Archdemon. I think we brought Camin and Gaina together. I don't entirely remember. We cannot help Alora. I don't think we did tell Athos about his wife's fate. She was the one who changed into a werewolf and asked us to bring him her scarf. I think we lied to him and told him she died heroically or something. We did bring Varathorn the Ironbark, and Dagon was the prisoner, not the prisoner, the warrior who was injured, and we did bring him back to the Dalish camp. Wonder if we'll see him maybe. That'd be a cool little throwback that he only appears if you rescued him. Okay, then for the Dwarven branch of the main quest, lots of choices here. We did defeat Bronca and helped Caridin. We sent Dagna to the Mage's Tower. Haramont is the ruler. We did not encounter Marty or have a son with Marty. I think Marty is a prostitute who, maybe not a prostitute, but she's, I guess, a noble hunter, I think they're called. So a woman who tries to sleep with male nobles so that she can have their children, and thus her child, if it's a male, will be elevated to nobility, and she'll be able to live with that child then in the noble quarter. Because we're not a dwarf, though, and definitely not a dwarven noble, that did not happen. I guess it should be a male dwarven noble, so that's a very small subset that get that quest. Unless I'm misremembering part of it. We killed Ruck and told his mother he died heroically. We did prove the Legion of Dead connected to a noble house. We returned this tome to the Shaperip. Helped Brother Burkle create the chantry that we did. Now, Zerlinda remained in Dusttown. That is not correct, I don't think. I think we helped her reconcile with her family, didn't we? This is one of the ones I don't remember entirely. There's a lot of choices here which I didn't actually remember. Yeah, you can be evil and convince her to leave her son in the deep roads. Somehow, I guess you can ask the Brother Burkle to take her in. That's kind of cool. You can convince her to go to the surface. I think I remember us getting him to reconsider and convincing him that it was his only daughter and he should accept her and her son. So we're going to go with that. Did not complete the lyrium deal. I know we thought about it because it was really tempting because it was a lot of money, but I think in the end we didn't. Maybe because the Mage Tower was destroyed or we just didn't actually need the gold. And we did help Clan Orta join the assembly. So, yeah, we did find the papers for House Ortown. All right, so they should really phrase it differently because help Orta join assembly. Like, that's not a quest that anyone remembers. But if you say helped Orta prove House Orton was a house of a pair that existed, I guess, or was part of a descendants from a paragon, that would make a little more. It'd be easier to recollect that way. All right. Anyway, moving on to the next section. Companions. No one romanced. No, I romanced Liliana. I seem to recall. There it is. Recruited dog. Yes, we did. I had to replay part of that episode. I remember because I almost forgot him. Poor dog. Poor Duncan. Logan died killing the archdemon. Persuaded revered mother to free Sten. Yes, what's this? No, I think we persuaded her. I think Liliana was there with us, and she was the one who did the persuading. We did recruit Sten. We did recruit Oghren. We did return Sten's sword. Yeah, I remember because we used it for a while, even though it wasn't that good. All right, recruited Zevran. He's alive and well. We actually saw him in DA too, even though he looks a little different. We've recruited Wynn. Alistair became king with... Yeah, okay, so with Nora is not an option. This is just whether he is with or Nora or ruling alone. This is just his fate. These are all the different fates of Alistair just from the first game. He could die killing the archdemon. He could be executed at the Landsmeet. He could become king. He could remain a warden, or he could become a wandering drunk. I think this is if he's hardened and he doesn't face any of the other, like if you leave Nora on the throne and he doesn't want to be on the I don't know. There's lots of different ways to do the Landsmeet that end up with all those decisions. All right. So Alistair becomes king. Warden and Alistair were not lovers. That is correct. Wynn is alive and well. Liliana is alive and well. Now, fun fact here: at the end of Dragon Age 2, we did get to see Liliana as part of, and possibly even the leader of the Seekers, the order that Cassandra is a part of, which is pretty cool. It makes a lot of sense in the lore of the world. The one thing I did read, and I remember this being a little bit of a fan uproar at the time, was that Liliana is alive and well in Dragon Age 2, no matter what happens in Origins. And a part of me really dislikes that because I want them to stick with the choices that they have you make. And she can die if you remember. I mean, you can just not recruit her in the first place. But if you do recruit her and bring her to the Urn of Sacred Ashes and defile it, she will attack you. And you have no choice but to kill her. I can't imagine too many people do that, but some people do. And I would have really rather they had made like an alternate character like they did in Mass Effect. So that if the character who shouldn't have that role dies, somebody else takes that role instead. And that has various consequences throughout. But I guess they didn't want to... I'm thinking Liliana is probably going to be a major player in the events to come. Since she's part of the Chantry, which is a big deal. She's the leader of the Seekers. She's the right hand of the Divine Mother, Justinia, who we met in the Liliana Song DLC. So I guess they really wanted to have her alive to make those connections. So as much as I wish they had found some way around it, if they're going to handwave like one person out of these entire games, I can kind of understand that. And apparently what they did, they just said that when you stab her and kill her at the temple, she's left for dead. Actually, if I click on the choice, didn't recruit Liliana, alive and well. Killed Liliana for poisoning the urn. Liliana left. Okay. See, I thought I read somewhere that the choice was actually... Oh, here we go. Unwilling to let the warden profane the urn of... She was left to die in the heart of the temple. So, here it actually says killed. It's a little more definitive. But, left to die is a little different than actually being killed. Because it says, she might have... Maybe the Maker spared her, or maybe she thinks the Maker did. And I do really hope that they at least put the retcon in there. I don't mind retcon so much. I would mind hand waving, which are related but different. Hand waving would just be, nope, she's alive. A wizard did it. Whereas a retcon is more like, well, you stabbed her and she was dead, but she crawled back to the town and managed to banish her. I don't know, or somebody found her there and nursed her back to health. Somehow she survived. So hopefully they reflect the idea that for those people who do choose to kill Liliana or are forced to kill Liliana, hopefully she mentions like the warden left me for dead at some point. Morn did not have a baby at all, didn't romance her, and did not accept her deal. And we did I thought we acquired the Grimoire. We did that quest. We killed Flemeth the High Dragon. But I do remember restarting the recording to fight Flemeth. So maybe we acquired it peacefully, or did we actually kill Flemeth? I'm trying to remember. You know what I'm actually going to do? I'm going to look up that video, I think, real quick. Because I think that might be an important decision since Flemeth is such a major player in the series. And fingers crossed, if I had my way, she would be the main arch nemesis throughout the games. Because she's very interesting and elusive, and we don't really know everything about her yet. And she has had some role to play to the main plots in each of the first two games. Well, maybe not in the second game. To a degree, she helped Hawk escape, which is... Everything else is predicated on that. So, alright, so when did we... I think we killed her the same time we killed the bonus boss. What was his name? Gax Kang. So that episode was called Witness Gax Kang, and it was number 75, and I have that right here. I said 75, right? So you can see... Oh. Alright, let me turn down the volume on that. So we don't need any volume there. But there you can see my little... Let's play. Okay, so we bought some stuff. We ran around, bought more stuff. I thought we killed... There we go. We did kill Gax Kang. Did we kill Flemeth? Maybe we didn't kill Flemeth this episode. Alright. It was not long before this, though. So... 74... No, that was Kadesh Tig. Alright. Well... Let me look up 76 and see if it's there. Because if it's not there, I'm just going to give up then. Okay, there we go. So I don't remember... I don't see a reload at any point since I went to talk to Flemeth. Because I thought I remembered What do I get out of it? So you have a deal there. And I said no, forget it, and I fought her. Maybe I'm thinking my very first playthrough, maybe I made the deal with her. Let's see what I do. Probably number 2. Choose number 2! Door number 2! I'm debating, I can tell. I guess I can turn the volume up a little bit.
Poor Flemeth knows well.
Oh, now she's talking.
Let us see if she remembers the steps.
So I did kill her, I'm pretty sure. And did I reload afterwards? Like I said, I'm not going to do this for every single decision because obviously that would take a lot of time. But I do want to just make sure because this could be an important decision. It might not be, actually. Most likely it's not, but... Okay. I do some exploring. And then I go back to camp, I hope. Looks like it. Alright. I can flirt with Morgan. Good stuff then. So we... killed Flemeth, quote unquote. Defeated Flemeth. We didn't actually kill her. Alright, so that one's fixed. Alright. So those are all the choices. I wonder if all these toggles are like in the game and some just didn't correspond. Oh, that probably means my internet died. Let's see. Nope, okay. Internet is still okay. Well, hopefully it's not going to sync again. Nope, back to the tapestry. Perfect. That's what I was hoping for. All right, so how much did it? Companions. Let's go back here just real quickly and make sure this all saved. Okay, it did not save. What did we last? Alistair is king. What did we last change besides that one? I don't think anything, right? Where's Liliana? I want to make sure she's alive and well. Interesting that the revered mother's a choice too. Wonder what that has to do with anything. Liliana alive and well. Okay, so let's fix this again. Acquired Grandma by defeating Flemeth. It might have just like timed out or something too. I'm not sure how that works. All right, so that's it for the companions. Back to Origins again. Okay. Broken Circle, the mage branch of the quest. Only 3 things here. Mage is supported. Irving survived in a creepy kind of way. So he can actually die, though. But he did not die. And we did not agree to Cullen's request to kill all the mages. I don't know if those two are mutually exclusive or not. Anyway, Denerim. What about the, what am I forgetting? Oh, the Arla okay, so that's over here for some reason. Kind of out of order. Sir Landry's alive, because by the time we got to him, we were able to like intimidate him into not helping us. Did not tell Ben Sigurd about Oswin. Is that the Ban whose son was imprisoned? Let me just look that up real quickly. Did we forget to do that, or is it just not importing correctly? See, these are the ones I hate, because these are like very minor quests that probably won't. I think if I didn't, I definitely meant to, and the warden would have, obviously, if it wasn't a game. So I'm going to say did. Tell him about his son being tortured. Because if this was like a real world, my character would have done that. And if I didn't do it in my playthrough, it's only because I forgot, I guess. I don't know. But I assume I probably did do it anyway. Didn't bring Scroll to Jester. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we did that. I remember helping her. The, like, archaeologist person. Didn't complete, yes we did, so this is just really bad as far as imports go. Didn't help clear custom, yes we did. It's like none of the Denerim toggles saved. Didn't handle the Crimson Oars, yes we did. Alright, lots of cool pictures though. Didn't give Alfstana that's another one of the pre-Lansme quests. I believe we did that. Didn't return amulet to the beggar. This is an obscure quest, but I think this was actually the girl in the alienage, and I think we did return her grandmother's amulet to her. I don't know why we wouldn't. Didn't complete. That is correct. Let me just see what the other choices are to make sure we have the right one. You can complete it, or we didn't kill him. He walked away from the market square, I remember. Did not encounter Goldana. That we did. Alright, yeah, helped Alistair find Goldana. Glad doesn't have the choice about whether or not we give her the money, because I don't remember what I chose there. Did not encounter Major Lane. Yes, we did. Did we kill Majolaine? I think we did. Look at this one too. Because she's kind of, well, she's not really an important character overall, I guess. She's an important character on the DLC. Let me see if it's in that same Friends in Need episode, because it would have been around there I did it, I think. It's a shame that currently, as I record this, I haven't even uploaded most of these episodes yet. I'm at episode like 64, I think, is as far as I've uploaded. So this is talking to Liliana. And then we go kill Flemeth. Erg. See, I only have a list of episode titles here. I don't really know. Okay, 78 is Alistair's family. So it's quite possible that if we helped Alistair's family, we would have also done Liliana's little quest. Everybody's nodding. There's Goldana. This is talking. Okay, this is more of like the Landsmeet stuff.
The Earl's estate, then?
There's one episode in between. Turn the volume down again. Alright, so talking to Liliana. Come on, help Liliana. This is curing the Arl. Is there an episode titled anything that might There's... Yeah, it doesn't really see like it can't be in any like there's got to be I only have so many episodes between where I'm currently at in the uploading process where I think I would have noticed it and the point at which the land meets begins and you can't do the quest anymore. And I know we encountered her. This is a bunch of random quests, some Coldry stuff. I'm just fast forwarding until I see Marjorie Lane. Alright, let's try 66 then. I think my player crashed. Like I said, I promise I won't do this for every single decision, but I really want to get this right. So for the major ones at least. I don't know if this is a major one, but her name almost has major in it. I think my video player timed out. Alright, try this again. It does that sometimes, not really sure why. Fast forwarding through. Spending a lot. Okay, this is mostly a gearing episode. I don't think it's in this one. We wouldn't have done it there, no. And that was 66. No honor among thieves, possibly. But Marjorie Lane wasn't really a thief, though. This is probably more of a Zevran thing. Did I just look through this one like 2 seconds ago? I may have. This is a lot of me running through the Dalish ruins, I guess. And then we're in Frost Scourge for a bit. This is just a bunch of side quests. Then again, Liliana's is a side quest, so... Wait, what was that? This is the Quinari. This is the leader of... Yeah, okay, that's Kay. That's not a Marjorie Lane. Alright, around the campfire. It's possible that I would have killed her and then done the campfire. But, yeah, I think it's just lots of talking. Alright, we said it wasn't friends in need, right? I'm running out of choices here. Haven, we go to Haven, I think. Obviously. Episode 70 is... Okay, that's all like the stuff on the mountain. We can skip that area. 73, I did the feast day things. Did I maybe kill Marjorie Lane before that? So we talked to Brother Jan TV. I talked to Liliana. There's that sister I was talking about not too long ago. Wait, the assassins. Okay, these ones tried to assassinate Liliana, right? That's what she's talking about now. So maybe at the end of this, do we talk to Marjorie Lane? Well, we definitely got the quest at this point. I'm pretty sure that's what it was we were just showing. Alright, so we don't do it in this episode, which is what? Episode 73. Episode 74. It's gotta be... We're gotta be getting there. 74 was Kadash Tag, though. Oh, you know what? I bet we did it as part of the Gax Kang episode. Just make sure it's not in this one. All that and we're back where we started. Let me find that one again. That was... Sorry if this is really boring. But this was the rest of the video is going to be kind of like this, although with less looking up things. So if you don't really want to see that, I wouldn't blame you for skipping ahead and beginning the actual Let's Play proper. Okay, 75. Episode 75 is right here. And I feel like this is it. This is me making my armor. Oh, who's this? Marjorie Lane, yes. Do we kill her? We fight her, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we definitely fight her. I think we do kill her.
Whoa, don't... Why
which might harden Liliana, or it might be something else. I think it's actually something else.
I need some time to myself.
Yes, we did kill Marjorie Lane. That answers that. Alright. She is dead. Choose this answer. Don't tell me it timed out. Good, it didn't. Alright, and that's it for Janarim. Yep. Alright, next up is the Lands Meet. This is a fun one. So there's only who rules Ferelden. They didn't put the duel in here, interestingly enough. So Alistair can rule, Alistair and Honora rule, Alistair and the Warden rule, Honora rules, or yeah. And you have to be a noble human to get either of those. And then if you're a male, you can marry Honora. If you're a female, you can marry Alistair and be their... You can actually rule, but you can be their consort. But since I was a mage, no option for that. Which is, I don't know, you think a male mage, or or a female mage will be able to marry. They should make it any human, really. Anyway, all right. See, the prologue's way over here. I guess they just put it where they could fit it, but still. All right. We did cure the Mabari, and I think we gave him food, didn't we? Or we didn't. We fed him the guard's lunch. I think that's all we did, though. We didn't buy food. I don't think because we missed there was more to that quest than I actually ended up doing, but I had forgotten about it because I was still kind of getting back into the game at that point. But I'm pretty sure we did give him a nice last lunch at least. That'd be cool if you help him escape, he turns up again. I really hope he does. There's so much they can do with this world. I know they can only do so much, per game. They can't put everything in Inquisition. It'd be kind of stupid if they did. But a few of these threads weaving through the tapestry, so to speak, would make sense. The Urn of Sacred Ashes we did not defile. Prove this answer. The Arl of Redcliffe. Oh, lots here. We helped Redcliffe fight. We helped them prepare. Connor is alive and not possessed. Bella, I don't think she left. I think she formed her own. She took Tavern ownership. I'm pretty sure that was what happened. Did nothing to help Bevan. We did find Bevan. We got his sword back. Okay, I think this one we actually paid for the sword, but we took it on loan. But there was no, like you say, you'll give it back later, but there is no option to give it back later. So I'm going to assume that after the events of the game were over, the warden went back and returned the sword, because that's what he would have done. So the only reason I didn't make this choice is because it wasn't a physical option in the game itself. Never rescued Owen's daughter. Yeah, we did that one. Isolde is alive. Yes. Only two choices there, alive or dead. So I said it would have been cool to have her in the Mark of the Assassin DLC in Dragon Age 2. Well, she wasn't it. Never mind. What am I saying? It would be cool, and it was cool. And I assume that choice, that goes differently if you do not save her. All right, so the Battle of Denerim. Logan killed the Archdemon. So it can be. So luckily, even though these are actually, they can be further split into killed the Archdemon and died, or killed the Archdemon and survived in all three of these scenarios. I'm assuming the Dark Ritual is going to be one of the other things. Is it? No, that's Dragon Age 2. I guess, wait, it might have been the Morrigan's choice. Let's just real quick. I want to make sure I didn't mess that up, because that's an important choice. That's the big choice in Origins. At least one of the top three. So that'd be under what, Companions? And I guess that's the Morgan's baby choice. Morgan did not have a baby. Morgan had okay. So yeah, had an old god baby with the Warden, had an old god baby with Alistair, had an old god baby with Logan, or had a human baby with the Warden. And of course the old god baby is if you do the Dark Ritual. Then she has a child. So it's interesting that they're almost it's like they tried to shoehorn you into making her have a baby of some sort for some reason, but they still didn't. There are choices, lots of choices where you can clearly not, where she doesn't have a child at all, like the one we played. She had no child. I did not do the Dark Ritual. All right, so that's cool. So I guess those two together determine whether or not the person who killed the Archdemon survives. So that's kind of why that's important too. All right, so that's it for Origins, the base game, and then we have the expansion here and some DLC, which is great that that's included. That makes the DLC a lot more fun to play when you know the choices that you make. Warden killed the Architect. I did not kill the Architect. I let him go free. Can't be killing my fellow Architects now. It'd be Architecticide. All right, the key. Oh, I don't remember this one. Okay, see, they have Keep and Amaranthine protected. Was that an option? Because I'm pretty sure it wasn't. I'm pretty sure it was one or the other. Here we go. The Warden protected the city of Amaranthine. The Warden protected the Keep. I feel like they made this up and were for people who want to protect both, but it wasn't actually an option in the game, here's the option. Because I didn't. I protected the city, despite really wanting to play at the Keep. And the Keep fell, but was rebuilt fairly quickly. Is that going to be one of the choices? Not really. Nathaniel is alive and well. Strange, he's the only character that really matters. And what's this? Did not help with what? Oh, did Ogren reunite with his child in Felsey? I think they parted on bad terms. I don't. I remember not screwing it up, but like giving him bad advice in either the base game or the expansion. I just don't remember which one was which. Um, I think they probably parted on bad terms. And if not, that even if with the warden's advice, he would have screwed up that relationship anyway. Ogren really doesn't seem like the relationship type. All right, so we're gonna go with that. I'm a little nervous about this one just because, like, I don't want them to be like, oh, the keep was never rebuilt because it was so far destroyed. Because it did say it was rebuilt a couple years later, just not. Let me like Google that one real quick in my other window here, just to see if there's anything about it. I hate doing this. I don't want to accidentally hit spoilers, but I also don't want to mess this up. Find a way to save both the keep and Amaranth Thene. Alright, is it still possible to save Vigil's Keep and Amaranthine? So it says Vigil's Keep is recognized as destroyed because of a bad flag with awakenings. This is an old pre-Inquisition thread at least. Yeah. Okay, see, this is the one guy, he's saying what I was thinking. Being nitpicky here, but if you do save Amaranthine, the keep holds, but it ultimately gets destroyed. However, if you did the full upgrades, the people you left behind survive. Exactly, so the keep is destroyed, it's just rebuilt. Now they're debating. All right, let me just real quick look up on the wiki to see what the outcomes of that quest are and to see which one I chose. Because I feel like this is just worded very badly. I feel like I actually went with this one, even though I didn't actually, like, here, let me just do this. How to save the keep and Amaranthine. Because that'll tell me, and I'll know if I did what the recommendation is. If you upgrade the keep to its maximum strength, you can save Amaranthine without losing Vigil's Keep. Yes, I'm pretty sure we did that. Yeah, it should be noted that the game is a little slapdash about establishing this, however. It's only really noted in the fact that the companions you leave behind can then survive the battle, as established in the epilogue slides. You still won't be able to return to the keep before you attack the mother. Maybe not. If you haven't upgraded the keep, then defending Amaranthine means the people are so grateful that donations flood in, having Amaranthine rebuilt within a year, and Vigil's Keep in 5. Okay. So that sounds like what I did then. People are recommending to do it by achievements, but I already have the achievements anyway, so. Alright, let me try one more way of just establishing this. I'm going to go for the Awakening Epilogue. Well, okay, wait a minute, why didn't I just do that before? I'm going to look at my Awakening Let's Play video and see what the epilogue says. And at the very last one. The very last one was Witch Hunt. What's the last one I did that was not actually Witch Hunt? 1 second. That would be number 23. There it is. Alright, so. Alright. Vigil's Keep stood alone against a horde of Darkspawn. The Mother's forces outnumbered the Vigil's defenders many times over, but the sturdy Dwarden walls proved impervious to any boulder an ogre could throw. The Vigil soldiers, clad in silverite, each felled a dozen Darkspawn before they died. Eventually, the attacking horde broke upon the walls. Alright, so maybe it did survive. Um, See, okay. Through taxes and levies, the vigil was rebuilt. Years later, okay. So it was destroyed, just rebuilt. But I'm pretty sure that's the best case scenario there. So I'm pretty sure that's what they mean by this one. And the devs themselves are just remembering it a little foggily. That whole question, they should have made clearer. All right. Anyway, I think we have Awakening pretty much settled. That probably won't even mean anything, but I don't know. I think Inquisition takes place in like the southern area of Thedas. Like not because everyone was debating like, oh, where is it going to take place? And Orlais was the obvious answer, but I think it actually was a little more complicated. I think it's Orlais, or at least part of Orlais and part of the surrounding areas. Maybe Ferelden, maybe the Free Marches. I'm not entirely sure. I've been purposely avoiding looking at a map because I want to be surprised. Witch Hunt DLC. Oh, and just as a note, in case you're thinking of trying to like spoil anything in the comment section, don't bother because I won't be posting this until I've completed the entire game anyway. Like as I said, I'm still halfway through uploading the Origins playthrough at this point, so I'm way behind with Let's Plays. But that's good in case something happens. I'm not able to record for a while. Okay, the Alluvian. Did the Warden go through with Morgan? No, because I didn't have that close of a bond with her. I did not stab her. I didn't hate her, but I wasn't like gonna follow her into this mirror anyway. I love that they have this choice here in Witch Hunt, though. I don't think the other DLCs really had. Yeah, the Golems of Amgrok didn't really have a choice. It had like the ominous harvester escaping at the end. Like there was like tons of harvesters, but they never really got back to that. They might reference it at some point, but it wasn't really a choice. Shell is alive and well. Those are both live, and Shell, yep, those are all good. Sweet. All right, now that is officially it for Origins, and we can move on to Dragon Age 2. And what? We're only almost an hour in, but it should get easier now, excuse me, because I think there are less choices in this game. So the hero, no, this is incorrect. It is Brelin, but she is not diplomatic. I mean, I chose maybe 10% diplomatic choices, but the vast majority. And see, the weird thing is, when I imported it yesterday, it was right. It said humorous. All right, I was relied on humor to diffuse the often tense situations. Yeah. Yep. My Hawk was a humorous personality. All right. I really hope they put your Hawk into this second game as an NPC. Like, not even as a party member. I don't care. Like, it could even be like a small role, but it'd be really cool if like part of the plot was because I think they mentioned at the end of the second game something like only the Warden or Hawk can undo what's been done, or only I don't know, something like that. Or I read that in a blurb. Maybe it was on the game cover. I don't know. Wherever I read it somewhere. But so I hope that's part of the. Okay, this is Inquisition. I'm like, what's locked over here? But that's part of the next game. So I'm glad it's locked. What was I just saying? Oh, yeah. But I really hope they make your character appear in Inquisition. All right, so we fought against the Templars. Oh, this is the first. Okay. I'm going to have to assume convince Templars to leave, turn mages over to Templars. I don't remember this, so I'm just going to go with this one. I don't know why. I think the last choice you make was going to obviously matter. I don't know why what you do in Act 1 is going to matter. But I'm going to say we fought again. We might have convinced them to leave peacefully, but I'll just go with this because I honestly don't remember. Didn't return cargo to Martin. Who is Martin? Is that Isabella's friend? Martin DA2. Let's see. He's a friend of Isabella. Well, I know he's not in Inquisition because there's no little spoiler blurb on his wiki page, but that's not a big deal. He's involved in the quest Finders Keepers. Okay. So, did we do this? We did the quest. I think we helped him. Let's say we helped him. Because, I mean, he sold stuff to us, so we probably helped him. He probably wouldn't have been there as a salesman if we didn't. Kelder. Who the hell is Kelder? I don't know. See, that's kind of... I really did enjoy the second game. It is a great game, so don't get me wrong. But this is where it fails in comparison to the first one. Like, when you're listening to the Varric do his old, like, reading of what happened in the first game, like, even though I've played it 6 times... 6 times. I'm like, oh, this sounds epic. I want to play this game. Like, it just all the quests are so epic, whereas Hawks is a very narrow, defined story, and a lot of the characters just aren't as memorable as like everything in Origins is so memorable. I guess I played it more, so that's probably part of it. But I don't know. Dragon Age 2 is kind of dull in a way, but for what the game is, it makes sense. As a setup for Dragon Age 3, it does a great job as kind of showing this idea of this confined area of the world and how it became the fuse that, or the spark that lit the fuse and ignited the entire world in Uprising. I think they did that really well, and considering that they had like a year to make the game, it's actually pretty fantastic what they managed to do. He is the son of the magistrate. He is a killer who targets elves, particularly children. Oh, he's the one who claimed to be, yeah, possessed by demons. I'm pretty sure we did kill him. Actually, we didn't let. What's the choices? Alive and see. I don't know. Oh, he returned. No, I think we killed him, and the magistrate was really pissed at us. But he deserved to die because he was a child molester. So, not ashamed of that. Didn't return Seamus to the Viscount. I think we did save. Yeah, we did. We did save him and returned him to the Viscount. He still joined the Qunari, but we did. I was going to say make his own choice, but it wasn't a choice. He was actually kidnapped, and we did save him. Guinness. I don't know who Guinness is. Maybe it'll show me. A female, apparently. Oh, the leader of the mercenary band. Yeah, I'm pretty sure she died. All right, this is all in Act 1. No, this is Act 2. No, it's Act 1. The Qunari, were the Qunari even in the city in Act 1? I guess they were. Yeah, they were. Okay, yeah, because they were there for 3 years, right? And Act 2 is the end of it. They arrive between the prologue and Act 1. Danzig, I remember. Was he the slaver guy? Yeah, I do remember him. I guess you can help him otherwise. Didn't look for Ghislaine's wife. I don't remember who Ghislaine. Nanette. I remember that name. Didn't tell the truth. We did. I'm pretty sure we gave him the ring. We told him the truth about what happened to his wife. I vaguely remember that one. Didn't solve the mystery of the missing miners. Is that the bone pit? Yes, we did do that mine pit. So a lot of these, like how? I'm sorry. I mean, like I have a lot of respect for BioWare in a lot of ways, but like, how do they mess up so many toggles? It doesn't seem that hard. You set a little toggle, at least to me, who has no experience in video game design, or well, I don't want to say no. I did a bunch of modding for some Elder Scrolls games, but I haven't done a lot of coding. But you would think it's a simple like, it's a toggle, yes or no. It should be an easy matter to relate the a single branching decision in the dialogue tree to what affects that toggle in the save file. It's probably just disorganization made them mess this up. They must just not have had a good system for it. But you think in a series that where choices are so important, they would spend an extra lot of time making sure they had an efficient system where this kind of stuff didn't happen. But I mean, the keep is a good idea, so you can tweak it. Didn't blackmail Sir Thrask or blackmailed him. I'm gonna say no. I don't remember blackmailing him. I don't know. I remember Thrask. I don't remember blackmail. I didn't remember that he had a Templar daughter. The exotic wanderer of the East. I remember her. I don't remember if she died or not. We'll say if she died. See, that's again the choices in the first game were like, oh, I remember that choice because it meant something to you. This was more like, I don't care what happens to the character. I want to get their information so I can go to the next part of this quest, which is actually going to be more interesting. This quest I remember, the Fenrir, that was an interesting quest. That was a cool quest. And we did send him to the Dalish, and that was during Act 1. During Act 2 was the second part of that. Karen reinstated with the Templars. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I remember telling Cullen to go easy on him. Defended Katojan from the Qunari. We did, and he killed himself anyway. And Karis is killed. Who is Karis? And he was a Templar. Any guy with that kind of sideburns has to be evil, so we'll say I killed him. Okay. That's it for Act 2. That's it for Act 1. Okay, never mind. Act 2. Maybe I'll remember that one a little more. See, it doesn't help that I played this like 2.5 months ago. Okay. Guest card. Is it not loading now? What's going on here? Was he the guy that I thought turned out to be the bad guy? Maybe he didn't turn out to be the bad guy. I'm gonna look it up. And the fact that it's not loading quickly makes me think maybe the internet did die. Alright, give me 1 second. Let me just reset my connection real quick. And I have one of those, what do you call them? Power line adapters. So sometimes I don't know, for whatever reason, it does that. Should be good now. Okay. Let me make sure the Act 1 actually saved. Didn't blackmail Sir Thras, told truth, solved the mystery. Okay, that seems to be good. I guess the ones you've edited are like these light gray. That's kind of cool. The ones that are overridden, in other words. Eduna, yes, okay. Act 2. Gascard. Gascard Dupuis. They expect him of being involved in the murder. He is a blood mage and is searching. He moved there to Avenger. Oh, that's right. He said he was not using blood magic. He was just trying to find his sister or something. Yeah, I think we let him free. Because, yeah, he was later. We found him later. I'll say we didn't kill him. I don't know. Varnell. Hawk refused to. Yeah, I don't think it would have helped them. Varnell. Yeah, Oh, he was the guy working for Sister Patrice. I do remember him. I should have just said that. Alright, but I don't think we helped him. Okay. Didn't side with Patrice. Definitely not. Didn't discover looter of Hubert's caravans. He's the bone pick guy. I want to say we did. I don't. It's like we helped Hubert. We did all his quests, so it must have been one of the bone pit things. Didn't encounter Yevhen. I don't remember Yevhen. Doesn't mean I didn't encounter him. Saved Iwan. Saved Merlin. Oh, I don't remember this at all. So I probably did not do this quest. Let me just look it up real quick to see. The Dwarven Merchants Guild. He's involved in the quest Fool's Gold. Oh. No, we missed this quest entirely. Well. I don't know, did we? We might not have. But I don't remember it. It sounds like vaguely familiar, which makes me think maybe I did it like the first or second time I played, like years ago. I could also just have a bad memory. I don't know. We're gonna say we didn't encounter him. Not Jarvis. Javerus. Theft of the Gatlock, but Hawk's still responsible for the critical situation worsening. Javerus did not survive. Oh, the black powder guy. Yeah, we let him live. I think. Did we? Crap. Now I don't even remember. Let me see what the, okay. Hawk learns to run for it, leaving his desk behind. He claims he was framed by the Elven fanatic who had stolen the thing and blamed Javis for the fact. Liel planned on killing him. The Qunari, he had decided to make a run for it. I think we might have actually killed him. This is the wrong one. I'm going to say we killed him. Worst case scenario, if he ended up living, any other number of things could have killed him after Hawk, so I don't think it really matters. If he's not in the story, whatever. Didn't encounter Lieutenant Harley with the raiders on the cliffs. Abandoned the raiders, fought alongside the guardsmen. I think, no, we did this. We did this one. I remember we told her to keep her men safe, and we got them. Fenrir freed and left for Tevinter. Yes, he can be made tranquil or he could be possessed. Only 3 choices, huh? That's one of those quests where you think they can make a lot of choices, but I feel like he's going to become important. But then again, because you can make him tranquil, that makes me think maybe he's not, unless there's a way to untranquilize somebody. I don't know. We did kill the Arashok. There's nothing about Isabella returning, but I assume that'll be under companions then, even though it was an Act 2 major choice. Or not even a choice, but... Well, turning over Isabella was a choice. Alright, number 3. Didn't help Nuncio find the assassin. We did. Nuncio did not seek Hawkeye out. Offered to help. We offered to help him, But where's Zevran's? We let Zevran go, yes. Well, let me read that again to make sure I have this right. I'm pretty sure we did, though. Hawk didn't turn Zevran over to Nuncio. Zevran returned the favor by supporting the champion in the final battle between the Mages and Templars. That was never implemented, or... Well, I mean, no, he did. Oh, okay, not the final battle. No. I didn't see him there. He supported me against Nuncio and showed up unexpectedly there, but he wasn't in the final battle. Handed conspirators to Orsino. Yeah, I think we did that. We turned him into him. Interesting that you could turn him into Meredith, though. I didn't realize that. Didn't encounter Nathaniel. Yes, we did. He did survive. Allowed Emil to go free. No. Well, what? We returned him to the circle. We gave him a night on his own, but we did return him to the circle. Reunited. Sure, yes, we did do that. What's this one? Return the gem. Oh, the actual gem. We returned his actual gem, his daughter. Sided with the mages. That's only choices here. Mages or Templars. Let Kieran go. I don't know who he is, but I think sure we let him go. Why not? Didn't kill the dragon. Yes, we did. Wonder if that has a consequence. Alright, so that's it for Act 3. I think only a few of these are going to have major consequences. A lot of these will probably be things that they keep as a toggle just in case they're a consequence down the road. But some of the minor ones might have, unexpected influences as well. Alright, so we did the hero, we did the axe, companions. No one romanced. Nope, definitely romanced Isabella. Lots of romances here. Isabella. Definitely is like a flirt man, so you can't actually... Friends with Varric. Or, it's friends or rivals. We were friends with Varric, yeah. Bethany became a circle mage, correct. And of course she has a couple choices. She died at Lothering, which is not possible with the... Weird that you can actually make like a rogue mage with Bethany dead. Because that's not a possible combination. You think it would lock you out of that. But it doesn't. Yeah, she became a circle mage. This would have been, I think, ideal, but this is a nice solution too. And in a way, I think this kind of made for a better story, even though it's not the best solution for Bethany herself, because Hawk had a direct connection to the circle because of Bethany being there. It wasn't just like Bethany's a mage and the circle are mages, therefore I kind of relate to them. It was like my sister is a mage of the circle, therefore I side with them. Carver died leaving Lothering, yes. Bertrand killed... Did we kill him? I guess. I don't remember. We'll say he was killed. Again, if I didn't kill him, we can just, retcon that ourselves to say he died afterwards. He wasn't in a very good shape when we left him anyway. Bethany did not die in the final battle. I didn't know she could, but I'm glad she didn't. She died in the final battle, or she did not live? Oh, okay. Huh. Wonder how Meredith kills her. Kind of want to look that up. I didn't really look up any of the Dragon Age 2 stuff after I finished it, because I assumed I already knew it. It all seemed pretty obvious. Helped Varric discover the cause of the haunting. Yes, we did do that task for Varric. Varric did not keep it. That is true. He gave it to me to make it into Illyrium. A little rune. We recruited Isabella. She returned to help Hawk. Fenris is alive and well. And he helped me. And he was persuaded at the end, which is a really cool thing they did. Didn't give Isabella... Look at her being all like, oh yeah, he didn't. She didn't. Meryl stayed with Hawk. Yeah, she didn't go anywhere. Meryl is alive and well. Didn't approve of Anders' actions. Anders was executed. That was a major decision. It was a hard decision, not for the character, I think, but for me it was, because I kind of want to see what role Anders would have played if he had been alive. I think it would have been a pretty big difference. I think this choice is actually going to matter, because Anders has been a character. He's one of the few characters that goes through all 3 games. Isabella's one too. Well, all 2 games, I guess, presumably the 3rd. And he also has a very big role to play in the central plot, probably more so than any other character of your companions. Because Isabella's big with the Qunari, but that was like a one-off thing. Like, if the Qunari are back, which I assume they will be, if not in this game, then in a later game, but probably in this game, it won't directly relate to her. Although she does still have their tomes, so to some degree. But, alright, now I'm kind of rambling. Long story short, Anders is executed. He probably would have been important, but that was true to the character. Brelin would have killed him. He was a terrorist, basically, that blew up a lot of people, including the revered mother. Meryl did not destroy the Illuvian. I don't remember this. Did she destroy the alluvium? Like, I remember the quest of the Pride Demon thing. Did not destroy the alluvium. It was already destroyed. What do you mean, Meryl refused to abandon the mirror for time restoring it. The alluvium. Yeah, I think after what happened to her clan, she probably destroyed it. I don't really remember her doing that though, but she did marry Donick, yes. They lived happily ever after. Aww. Is there a Meryl's? Yeah, okay, there we go. Aveline stayed with Hawk. Yeah, she didn't go anywhere. Meryl's clan was not killed. Meryl's clan was killed. I do remember that. I did recruit Sebastian. That was such a missed out. Like, we never helped him. His whole thing was like, I am the heir apparent to the throne of Starkhaven, and I'm going to need your help to reclaim it and to rebuild my honor. He had that whole, like, Aragorn vibe going on, and then nothing ever happened. Like, how disappointing was that? Anyway, just my little rant there. Didn't make Talis angry. No, we didn't make her angry. We did disagree. But I think she more like joked it off. She was like, she laughed and was like, you think I'm just going to hand this over after everything. They still parted amicably. Which makes sense, because she has a very fast, stealthy rogue. So she's probably one of the few people that could have gotten away from Brelin if Brelin had tried to take her down. I think in a fight, Brelin probably would have won, but Talis has enough skills to escape with the scroll. And I did not kill Talis, no. I still think that's got to be so weird for Felicia Day to have, like, a character that's modeled after you, and to know that, like, thousands of fans are having their character. Like, that would be weird. If a character in the game was modeled after me and random people were, I don't know. Anyway, that's the last decision, right? No, Legacy. Oh, that's right. Oh, okay. We have a prologue too. See, the prologue is up there. We joined the smugglers. That's the only answer. Barely remember that one, but I guess that might have a consequence. Legacy is definitely important. Sided with Larius and found Malcolm's will. Yeah, I think we did. Okay. And sided with Larius. That we did. All right. So that's it. I'm not going to scroll over because I don't want to see anything. So need to export. I guess that's about it, right? We can go ahead and export it. Need to export. I guess member of the Keep since December 2015. I'm about to say I've been a member of Origin's account thing ever since they made it. I remember that was a big deal. Everybody had to sign up for it. All right. So Brelin, we call this my world state. Copy of default world state. I don't know what that means, but yes, continue. Oh, okay, so it's the one, this is saying the one that's currently in there. The arrow is pointing to it, obviously. So it was the default, and now it is my world state. Verify this matches in-game date. I don't know where you see that. I guess when you fire, I haven't actually opened the game yet. I'll be doing that probably in a couple minutes. So yeah, hopefully this hasn't been too tedious. I know it's an hour, 20-minute video. Thank you if you've stuck through it. If you didn't, then you're not watching this, but I don't really care. I don't want to bore people with my videos. So that's why I try to put those warnings in the ones that I think might potentially be boring. I want you guys to see the exciting parts and not to abandon an entire Let's Play because you stumble upon a part that's not your cup of tea. So yeah, I think we got the major decisions at least ironed out. You can see there's like the romance one. They're all Grey Wardens. I don't know what that's for. Humorous is important. Logan killed the Archdemon. Side with the mages. Yeah, the most important ones are summed up there. So yeah, we are going to, now that we have that important, fire up Dragon Age Inquisition, and I will hopefully see you guys in my Dragon Age Inquisition Let's Play. I am so pumped for this game. I can't like even begin to describe it, and hopefully you're excited to see it too, because I love this world, and I can't wait to find out what the next step in the story is. In a way, Dragon Age 2 really is just a build-up for the third game, and it ends on, I mean, it has a satisfying conclusion, but it's definitely a cliffhanger, and they're definitely setting you up to be excited about the third installment. And it worked, because I am. So thank you guys for watching. Be sure to subscribe to see all my upcoming Dragon Age and other Let's Play videos, and I will see you guys in Dragon Age Inquisition.